Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. You know what time it is. It's Babylon 5 time, and today we'll be watching Season 3, Lucky Episode 13, A Late Delivery from Avalon. Friends, there's no time to wait, so wait no longer, we shall. If you could do me a quick favor though and hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for some Babylon 5. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now it's time once again to board Babylon 5 under the command of John Sheridan and the War Council as we watch Season 3, Episode 13, A Late Delivery from Avalon. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go. Right into it. Couldn't love this show anymore.
That's the first. It's gonna take a long time to get the level of trade back to where it was before we broke away from Earth.
No, we'll see.
One thing's sure. We can't keep relying on the Minbari for protection. We have to create a broader base of support.
And you have an idea.
Always, Commander. Always.
Who?
Look, that's 3 times the delivery charge for a package this size.
That was before we had a revolution around here. Now, in my little corner of Earth Force, the mail still gets delivered. You see, when my costs go up, I have to pass that along to the consumer. That's you. Just in case that's another one of those concepts you got a problem with.
That's my box.
Okay, so we're gonna fight over it?
Give me the box.
And break my oath to the post office? I'd die first. Next.
Guy was good. I think I've been in his post office before.
All passengers debarking at Babylon 5, please report to shuttle base.
What are we looking at here? I know that actor and I do not know where. I can't remember where. Spending a lot of time here in Dreamscape hallway. It's the wrong way to grab a sword, bud. That's a weird start. Susan's going to tell us about Babylon 5 and how it failed. Woo! In the weirdest of ways, I've been hoping for sort of like a slower episode to catch my breath a little bit from the all of the craziness that was 8, 9, and 10 and the escalation that we've seen. And from the hints, non-spoilery, that all of you have given me, I don't think that's in the cards. Oh my gosh. Okay, so who could John be thinking to conscript to bring in?
2260. The place?
Babylon 5. I'm going to stop doing the 2260 because I cannot sync it up. Susan delivers it too fast. She delivers it and I get like, oh, I'm always a beat off with her. So who could they be bringing in? I mean, the Minbari obviously are already, the Narn have nothing unless they have that one rogue, not rogue, but one remaining Narn cruiser, potentially. I mean, the Vorlon, sure, but I mean, who's to say? The non-aligned worlds, but they're all busy fighting the Centauri. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know who you turn to at this point. If we're looking for muscle. You know, you need capital ships. I don't know who else has those.
You're right. It's like Banta flu.
Michael York, that's the character, or the actor.
It's bad enough to have to live that way in the first place without it making him sick.
A lot of folks around here seem to think that workers deserve what they get. I figure it's better to let them die
And thus deplete the surplus population. Dickens.
Ha.
Wouldn't it be much worse if life were fair? And all the terrible things that happen to us come because we actually deserve them.
That's very karmic.
The 2 figures on either side. One human, the other Minbari.
Love it.
They blend together in the middle to signify the 2 halves of our souls uniting against a common enemy.
This jewel?
Minbari call that Izilzar, means the future, birth, beginnings, dawn of a new age.
It's Ilzar.
I love these two.
The Minbari say the only way to understand the battle is to understand the language. War is as much concept as execution.
I love that.
They taught me how to live, how to breathe, how to fight, and how to die. And they taught me terror. How to use it, and how to face it.
Wow.
I'd like to hear more about that.
Me too.
No, you wouldn't.
I'm sorry, sir. Our scanners just picked up a weapons violation. Could you step back, please?
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's my guy Malcolm, who turned in his gun and badge and would not join Night Watch.
I am Arthur, son of Uther Pendragon, and king of the Britons. No man takes Excalibur from me and lives.
The once and future king?
Apologies, my lord. We weren't notified of your return.
Your accent. You're a Briton.
Yes, my lord. Several generations removed from our splendid island, but the roots run deep nonetheless.
Do you know him, Marcus?
Guinevere and Percival, even Mordred, all of them are dead. I have been gone a long time, a very, very long time, but I am not mad.
You're sure? Yeah, I assume full responsibility. It's all right.
Who is this?
A doctor.
I'm in no need of a doctor, so take your leeches elsewhere.
Well,
In deference and honor to your position. If you refuse, my friend will be penalized harshly for failing to obey orders.
really great approach to this.
I've been treated and prodded and healed by the Nine Sisters since the year of our Lord 515. What is another healer after that?
Well, we had Jack the Ripper. Now we've got Arthur. Let's do it.
Nothing that could tell us who he really is.
Well, he must have ditched his ID before the Asimov docked. Why don't you run his fingerprints in?
Asimov. Why don't we carbon date him? Can we do that?
If you are who you say you are, how did you get here? 1,700 years after you supposedly died.
The last thing I remember is lying on the field of battle at Camlan. My brother, Sir Bedivere, had pulled me away from these peasants who were looting the bodies of my fallen knights. The old wound reopened.
They took you away.
3 times I asked Bedivere to return Excalibur to the Lady of the Lake. I could not be taken till then. By the time he finally did as I asked, it was almost too late. Then
It was the Isle, right?
3 queens and the 9 sisters.
Yep.
They took me to the island of Avalon to heal. They said that I would sleep for a time, but that I would return when I was most needed.
How effing cool would it be if it was actually him?
I am here now. It's because I am most needed here and now.
I like how Franklin's like, I'm okay with this.
There was no King Arthur. It's a story. That's all.
Well, not exactly. There's enough historical evidence to suggest that there may have been a real person behind those stories.
Yeah.
The Vorlons have been to Earth. And from time to time, they have taken someone out of their time, preserved him until he was needed, and revived him.
Yep.
A ship appeared and took Arthur to a place where he would be healed and preserved.
Who's that sound like?
And the idea of a legend walking in the front door, it's... No, he is not Arthur. His speech patterns are too contemporary, his vocabulary is all wrong.
I like that approach.
What terrible thing could have happened to drive him 1,700 years into the past to find peace and meaning?
Franklin has gotten so much cooler.
One, I don't know what happened to him, but he's escaped.
I'm assuming he has Excalibur and would not leave it, or his sword.
It was a picture of my husband. He died just after we came here, looking for something better. It's the last of him I had left.
That's so terrible.
Eyes as lovely as yours were never meant for tears, dear lady. Withdraw them. And tell me where I might find these men.
I am loving this character.
I'm a man of my word. You want to pay half now, half when you looked it over? That's fine.
That's pretty good. I mean, yeah.
I told you. 100 credits by yesterday, or we beat the crap out of you. Now, why do you make me do this? Huh? Why do you make me do...
Oh my God, Jakar.
What manner of men prey on the weak?
I am loving this for some reason. I don't know why.
Stealing from old women. Cowards, I think.
You better put that pig sticker away before you end up eating it.
I got a perfect place for it. Bend over and I'll show you.
I command you to hand that over or face the consequences.
Consequences? Yeah.
Okay. Oh, tear him apart.
Yield or die.
Not a chance. I got friends. See?
Jakar.
That's all right.
Oh my God.
So does he.
I'm gonna cry for some reason. Oh my God, what have I gotten into? I was not expecting any of this. This is so cool. Jakar and Arthur, who had that on your bingo card? Not this guy. I love this. You never know with this show. Oh my God.
By Jaquan, I can't recall the last time I was in a fight like...
By Jaquan.
They were the bad guys, as you say. We were the good guys, and they made a very satisfying thump when they hit the floor.
To correct injustice. To promote a society of laws, not arms.
Well said.
I love this.
I cannot achieve that locked away in some room.
No, of course not. What room?
What room?
It's a new warrior born, but of priestly manner and refined education. My knights were such men as you.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Were not exactly such as you. The eyes were not.
Everything else was the same.
You were the first to lend your good arm to my defense. And you shall sit at my right hand at the new round table. You shall be known as Sir Jakar, the Red Knight.
The Red Knight? What is going on? Why do I love this so much?
Worry, I'll leave the money behind for what it should have cost. Now, what are you so nervous about?
Because this isn't right. Jesus, Mike. See, Mike's all about the rules and...
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Fantastic.
Battle quite personal, only as if what they had done offended you.
It did. At Camlin Field, my knights lay dying or dead.
They were being picked over.
My knights were there because of me. I was responsible. I was responsible.
Oh, was he a soldier?
With our forces halved, we could not stand against Mordred, so I met with Mordred at Camlan to arrange a truce and buy time for Lancelot to return with reinforcements. Our armies have been told to watch and attack if someone drew a sword. One of Mordred's knights saw an adder about to strike, so he drew his sword. The others saw it and the killing started. It was a misunderstanding, a misinterpretation.
This guy is tearing it apart.
We've been looking for you. Mr. Garibaldi is quite put out.
Mr. Garibaldi is always put out. I will vouch for his character. I saw the entire thing. Because I was there. I was in it. I was...
The Red Knight.
And they made a very agreeable thump. Or did I mention that?
Will you come with us, Sir Jakar?
Of course. Lead on.
Oh, Jakar.
Sir Gawain had the same problem, you know.
Did he?
Oh, yes. Come the morning, we'd often take one look at him and called him the Green Knight.
Avalon 5 still has a lot to offer. We're a hub for travel, commerce, finance. We're still considered neutral territory.
In exchange for our cooperation, we ask that your governments take part in the ongoing defense of Babylon 5.
The Babylon Treaty serves your interests as well as ours. The details are all spelled out in the folders I've just given you. We hope that you'll take a look at them and think it over.
I took some DNA samples from Arthur, in case we might find something in the genetic record files.
Who is he?
You see, everyone who joins Earth Force has his unique DNA sequence mapped and logged for identification purposes.
He was in Earth Force doing what?
Pilot.
You can't show him this.
Marcus, it's who he is.
I don't care. Kill him.
Wait now. Let's be sensible, all right? This is the first step towards healing him.
Better the illusions that exalt us than 10,000 truths.
Alexander Pushkin, yeah.
Ah.
Your Hippocratic Oath says do no harm. If you do this, you'll be doing great harm, Stephen. Stephen!
I'm sorry.
He's a man of principles. Something must have happened in either the Minbari War or one of the most, maybe something more recent.
Well, he seems a decent and honorable man, but I don't know him.
David McIntyre.
David
Age
McIntyre.
52. Serial number R27A59. Honorable discharge from Earth Force, February 9th, 2253.
Minbari War?
Silver Star for Valor. You were at the Battle of the Line.
Yeah.
15 years ago today. Wow. There was a misunderstanding. The Minbari approached with their gun ports open.
They fired first.
Captain, he interpreted this as a threat. He panicked.
8,000 clicks. 7,000.
Is he the one that fired the first shot?
Because of this misinterpretation, he ordered his crew to attack.
Forward batteries, open fire.
It was the sword that struck the adder that started the battle.
No, it was not a sword. It was a ship.
The sword! The light shining off it!
Oh, man.
The review board absolved you of all responsibility for following the orders of your commanding officer.
He didn't absolve himself.
And you made it all the way.
To the line.
You volunteered for the
my
Battle of the
God.
Line, even though you knew it was a suicide mission.
He was out there with Jeff.
No, not Camlin.
No, not Camlin. They died in the Minbari War.
I was responsible.
No.
Responsible for my knights and for those who followed me into battle. And their armor was not strong enough to protect them.
This guy's doing such a good job.
Their horses were on
Look
fire.
at that shot.
The old wound.
The old wound, yes. The pain of memory.
The dying. Bodies drifting like stars.
I like this decision.
I fall. He deserves to die.
No. Stephen?
David. David.
Franklin, we probably should have just left him as Arthur, man. I know that's not right, but...
Do we have enough to make it work?
With room to spare.
Oh my God, it's almost enough to make you start believing in miracles, isn't it?
Oh, foreshadowing. Here comes the terrible stuff.
One thing I don't understand. Why did he come here? It wasn't an accident.
He was drawn here.
Excalibur. Symbol of the king.
Yeah, but in this case...
Why don't we carbon date that sword?
The symbol of the ship and his pain.
Arthur's journey began when the Lady of the Lake gave him Excalibur. As he lay dying, he asked Bedivere to return Excalibur to the Lady.
He couldn't do it.
That's why he came here. To find someone willing to take away his pain. If that's Excalibur, and you're Bedivere, who's the Lady of the Lake?
Kosh. Oh, no way. I don't know why this is making me so emotional. Holy shit. I thought it was going to be Kosh appearing as something. I like the artistic choices with the camera work. Very, very well done. Oh, I love this character. As broken as he is, it's...
Sorry, little post office humor. Hang on, I'll get your room.
You're tempting fate here, bud.
Before we broke away, the rent on this place, your quarters, all that was being paid for by Earth, right? But since they're out of the picture, who's paying for all this now? I might be inclined to overlook this in light of the morale boost it gives folks to get mail from back home, but...
How much?
100 credits?
101 credits.
Oh, the Red Knight.
It's what I want to do. I think it's what I need to do.
Where are you going?
My people will treat him well, Doctor. And put in a position of authority in the Resistance. He has good ideas about raising up those in need, about organizing others into something better and nobler than they had been before.
I love it. I love it.
A new round table, huh? Well, I guess I've heard worse ideas in my time.
Thank you, Doctor. Take care.
I'll miss him.
Even if he wasn't Arthur?
Now. Next thing you'll be saying is he's not Merlin.
Ha 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 ha.
Merlin was a great teacher, you know.
I'm not hearing this.
They say he aged backwards. That was how he was able to foretell the future, by remembering it. Which means he came from the future. Had Arthur formed the round table by remembering us. We're forming one of our own, after all.
Oh, I love it.
Sheridan as Arthur. Ivanova, perhaps Gawain. I think we both know who Mordred is. Who is Morgana Le Fay?
That's a great question. Oh my gosh. Oh, friends, I think I love that one more than I should have, maybe. All right, everybody, we just finished watching Babylon 5, Season 3, Episode 13, A Late Delivery from Avalon. And the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, we just finished watching A Late Delivery from Avalon, the 13th episode of the 3rd season of Babylon 5. Like I said, I think I liked this one more than I should have. The premise of it, I thought was actually, falling that far into a kind of a safety psyche, a safety persona to not have to worry about the trauma. I mean, that's something that's a real event. But picking somebody famous is also something that happens. A lot of people will say, they were somebody in a past life, or, I always think of the original act, Johnny, was it Weisenmuller or Weisen? The original actor of Tarzan, whenever he got older, now, of course, he had probably dementia or Alzheimer's, but whenever he was in, a nursing home, he believed himself to be Tarzan. And again, while that is an extreme example brought upon by an actual, like a physical condition, this is something that is no less serious in that it's an emotional or psychological condition. And the idea that he was the one that it basically started the Minbari War, even though he was not ordered. I mean, he was ordered to do so. It wasn't like, he did so as an accident or, loosed an arrow, sort of like the talking about the knight who pulled the sword out to kill the adder. It wasn't something like that was directly his fault and a misunderstanding. He was ordered to do so, but the trauma still is just as fresh. And to couple all of that with G'Kar, that the intervention with the fighting the thugs down below, and I loved to see that because G'Kar's on a quest too. G'Kar's on a journey. He is taking a very different type of hero's journey, but G'Kar is definitely on one of these paths of discovery. He's learning about himself. He is learning, again, it's not necessarily things that he never knew. It's things that he's realizing exist within him. You know, again, with the Book of Jaquan, all of the dust, you know, all of the things that he has kind of brought up, his own writings, his own thoughts, his own situation with the fall of Narn and whatnot. It just, to me, it was a really good person to put as a parallel to Arthur, or what was his real name, David McIntyre, who had suffered similar traumas. I mean, there's no other way to look at it. You had David, Arthur, who felt responsibility for the deaths that followed his initial action. With G'Kar, it's very similar in that he has just this incredible guilt, responsibility, maybe even not necessarily any of that as much as it is weight, because he was in a very important role for the Narn when they fell. And I mean, could G'Kar have done something differently? Sure, anybody can do anything differently. You know, hindsight is 20/20, but at the same time, I think that the parallel there is there's the feeling of leadership, the feeling of responsibility shared by those two, and the trauma associated with the loss that came afterwards, whether it be the fictionalized, not fictionalized, but fictionalized for David idea that he was in fact, kind of drawn into this Arthurian type of scenario. But for David and G'Kar, it was very, very real. And to have those two pair up, I thought was just a chef's kiss of storytelling. Really, really well done. And then, of course, I am such a fanboy for G'Kar. As soon as he gets any type of screen time, I am all for it. And whenever he is able to sit there and banter while drunk, and incredible acting, just a great way to explore the character some more, to give us a little bit more about G'Kar, to show us a little bit more about present day episode 13, season 3 G'Kar. Where do we stand with him? Where does he stand for himself? We see it in this one. We see how he's beginning to, I like the new round table, and I'd heard all that stuff about Merlin aging backwards. And the idea that, this was something that he saw with Kosh. I mean, that was just a great reference. And again, to me, it's an interesting way to weave in the horrors of war and how it reflects upon the people that experience it and the people that are, psychologically traumatized because of it, and these legends and these things that have, in many ways, it's almost like a circle. It's almost as a reminder that others have experienced the same thing, whether it be Narn, whether it be human, who doesn't matter. Everyone has experienced or can share in the idea of these experiences because these are feelings that are known to them. These are feelings that are represented in their own culture, in their own history. And I think what it did was it almost worked as a parallel for the B plot in this episode, which was going to the League of Non-Aligned Worlds and working something out. It was inside that kind of backdrop of the Arthurian legends and what David was going through right now, to basically show the symbiosis between G'Kar and Arthur could also be something that was outwardly displayed by the, Babylon 5 as its own country unto itself, and the League of Non-Aligned Worlds, how they could in turn be folded into a stronger union, even though they're at war with each other or, picking it on each other and at war with the Centauri, to be able to bring them in as equal members, equal standing, the round table, I thought was a very, very clever way to tell this tale in its entirety, which is that you have to bring the tale of Arthur, the tale of David and G'Kar, to a broader type of scope, to a broader look at everything. How does this is a microcosm between two individuals? How does this kind of translate to the broader universe? And again, to see this kind of reflected inside the League of Non-Aligned Worlds, I just thought it was really, really well done. And again, is it fanciful? Sure. And I can understand why people were like, this episode was, whatever. This guy thought he was Arthur. Yeah, but we had Sebastian, and that was one of my favorite episodes with Jack the Ripper. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. And while this didn't follow that similar formula, even though it was mentioned, thank you, serialized nature of Babylon 5, JMS was able to basically seed us with the idea that this guy could be Arthur. We've had Jack the Ripper, why not have Arthur? They come from the same place, just different time periods as far as like the British Isle. And so, you immediately question, my God, is this this guy really Arthur? Or does the spirit of Arthur inhabit this guy that used to be David McIntyre? I mean, those are questions that you can still ask. You know what I mean? Because it seems like all of a sudden he became Arthur, you know? And again, it's absolutely 99% trauma-based from David McIntyre's experiences at the beginning of the Minbari War and the Battle of the Line. And, you know, just a way to heal or kind of continue to exist inside this. He said he experienced depression. This was his out for all of that. But at the same time, JMS already fed us the fanciful aspects of a situation similar to this. And so we have to, as an audience, you can't not question that. You can't just say, oh, okay, who is this guy? He can't possibly be Arthur. You can't say that in Babylon 5. There are no absolutes in this show because JMS is not writing absolutely. He's writing within those borders of nuance, within those borders of speculation, within those borders of the shoulder shrug. I mean, this is the twilight zone of writing right here. You know, Rod Serling would love JMS in the way that he is presenting all of this because there's never a definitive answer to a question that's presented in our current episode, especially when we have contradictory type of views that have appeared earlier or supportive views that have appeared earlier that make us begin to question what we're seeing something, we're being told something and we're questioning it, and then we're being told the realization, now this guy's David McIntyre. But I did anyway, still sort of question it in the corners of your mind. And that is the power of the writing of JMS, to be able to never really give us the answer because that's not what's needed. The answer to the problem isn't the answer. The problem is the answer. Seeing how these people develop. You know, Franklin had it almost right. You know, we can't really let this guy go on being Arthur. We have to try to heal him. And he did the right thing ultimately. He did the right thing. But at the same time, you know, you sit there and go, okay, so now he's going to fight with the resistance on Narn. I mean, isn't that Arthur? Wouldn't Arthur have done something like that? I mean, you know, David McIntyre wouldn't have been part of a war anymore, you would think, because of the problems of the past. But this new David, with a little bit of Arthur in him, is going to fight again. And that's JMS. But I mean, this is just the fascinating aspect of having somebody that has planned and plotted a story so immaculately and so intricately throughout, which you all have told me, 5 seasons, taking this tale and extending it and being able to tell an episode like this that, you know, you might think, well, what does this have to do with the grand scheme? I never think that with JMS. He's always writing for a purpose. It is never superfluous. It is always directed. We just don't know. I don't know the direction. And friends, what a great place to be in the unknown. Babylon 5. If you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and allows me to alert you next time it's time to board Babylon 5. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear, dear friends, all that is then and this is now. And now, unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye from this, the 13th episode of the 3rd season of Babylon 5. So as the Greek chorus, Prometheus was mentioned, as the Greek chorus, we get a chance to go back into the episode as our reward and say goodbye from a scene. So friends, you know where I'm putting us. We're at the round table, or the bar table, where Jakar and Arthur are drinking. And friends, we are part of the circle. Why? Because we're part of this tale as well. We are the Greek chorus. We are members of the round. We are rangers, and we are members of the Army of Light. Until such time as we can charge again, my friends, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.